Hey, we all love to eat. Who doesn't? But we do ever think what happens behind the kitchen door? How'd that food get there? How'd that restaurant get there? And what's happening and cooking in our own community here? Those are some of the questions we ponder on this show with our famous Chef Pascal.
Hello,
welcome, sir.
Paul. How are you doing?
I'm doing good here. You know, one of the things that always struck me as we started this show, I thought you were going to just have fancy French restaurants like your former place. And you've had some, Knife Pleat, son isn't here. But you keep talking about the future of food is...
Yeah, why should I create my own competition?
That's right, exactly. So maybe that's it. But you're saying that really today, because you teach over at Saddleback's Culinary Institute, the future of many of restaurants and food is smaller locations, probably ethnic locations, and somebody like we have with us here today.
Yes, and because I'm very curious about ethnic cuisine, and we're very... grateful here in Orange County to have every type, I'm sure, of ethnic cuisine.
Indian, Philippine,
Thai,
Iranian, Thai.
Peruvian. You know?
Right, Peruvian, yeah.
So, on some French.
And some French.
And some American, because there is an American cuisine. A lot of people say there's no American cuisine.
Yeah,
there
it's true. It's true.
So, today we are here with... can I call you Chef, Alfonso?
No, not chef. I hope I was a chef, and I'm not a chef. But
So-
thank you.
Let's get you to move your mic over a little bit in front of you. Chef,
Perfect.
Chef's mic.
So-
there you go.
Chef Alfonso Corona and his wife, Carrie, run, they opened up the first restaurant on your own, 40-some years ago, or somebody else had it before?
Well, 45 years ago, my parents started, they opened the first restaurant, and after about 18 years of operating that restaurant, that's when my dad passed away, and me and my wife took over that location, then we started.
Which is where?
growing.
Yeah, where was that?
It's in Santa Ana. That was in 1981, in the city of Santa Ana. That's when we opened.
First Street?
On First Street, yes. Yep. It was Grand and 2nd Street, just a block away from First, and that's the one that was opened in 1981.
The original.
Yes, exactly, the original. Yeah. And I was there when I was 4 or 5 years old with my parents at the restaurant.
So you're not a chef, but you've been raised on food, on the kitchen, you know?
Yes.
So you spend a lot of time in the kitchen with your dad.
Yes,
correct?
exactly. Yes, I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with my dad, and then without my dad, when he would send me and help out at our different places that we had, because he also had some restaurants in Mexico as well.
Oh, wow.
And not only chicken, but over there he had some seafood restaurants and some international restaurant as well.
How was it to work with your dad? Was he a tough guy?
Oh yeah. He was a tough guy. It's hard. I didn't like it obviously when at that age, but I really learned a lot, and I think that's one of the best things that could happen to me when you're a kid.
That's the best way to remember, and and I tell you once, but I won't tell you twice.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I want to just interject. So you took that, and he passed away, and you took it over.
Exactly.
And ran it. Why didn't it could have stayed there? There's a million mom and pop one-off restaurants around, particularly in places like Santa Ana or Anaheim or Little Saigon or all these places where the ethnic communities gather. You took it to another level.
Yes. Well, since when I was a kid, we always had these talks with my dad or in the dinner table, because in our case, at dinner or when we would get together, we would talk about business. It was okay, and we all loved it. Yeah. We would talk about our own business and plans and whatever he and my mom wanted to do, or what I like to do as well. And I always had the idea to grow our company and have a. And that at that time, I would say a couple thousand restaurants.
So we planted the seed in you.
Yes.
And that seed keeps on growing, and now you have a whole chain.
Yep, exactly.
And how many of these have you got, or are you in the process of opening more of these? Let's give the name of it.
El Pollo Norteño.
Right.
That's the name of our restaurants. And yes, we opened in 1981. Right now we have 6 locations, 6 restaurants open, and 2 in the process.
Why Norteño? Because is it northern Mexican cuisine more like yours?
Correct. Yes, it's the style of how we cook chicken. It's from the northern part of Mexico, like between Sinaloa and Sonora states.
Okay.
Those are that's how they came up with the name.
And how did they cook chicken there? And I don't know about regional cuisine in Mexico.
We need to know. We will tell the audience how do they cook the chicken at the restaurant.
Yes.
Very specific, and
Correct.
there's a good reason for that. So you took it 18 years ago, and so you say you had a plan to have a
I took it 28 years ago. He had it for 18, and then for us, it's been already 28 years ago when we took over,
And you have another one coming up soon, no?
Two more. We have Westminster and also Costa Mesa. Those hopefully are coming up in the next month or two.
So six current, 2 more. That'll give you 8. That's a pretty nice little chain going there.
Yes.
You want a franchise?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking in my back head. Any plans, any thoughts, any ideas of that, of taking it regional and nationwide?
Because it's a great concept.
Thank you. Yes, we do have plans. We actually already got approved by the state of California, and then we also applied in Texas, Nevada, and Arizona to start selling franchises.
Because Chef's big friends with not just Wingland but his brother, how they took that from just a place over in Costa Mesa to how many they've got now, 100 or something. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, and it's a great concept.
Yeah.
Yes,
and so your dad, when he first opened the restaurant, was he always also focusing more on chicken than the rest of the protein?
Yes, it was, and how this is in Mexico, and I imagine some other countries, you only specialize in one thing. So whoever sells grilled chicken, it's only grilled chicken. Whoever sells birria, it's only birria. The carnitas guy only prepares carnitas. The carne asada tacos, only carne asada tacos. So
I didn't know that. I assumed if I went to Mexico, they'd all have all of it.
Well, that's the American way of Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's a newer kind, but no, before it's over there, it's still a lot of places do you only specialize in 1 or 2 things at the most. So when we got here, we started selling only chicken, but then we learned
the demand.
Exactly, the demand and the demographics as well,
sure.
and everything that people was more used to different things. Even in Mexico, when we would sell chicken, we didn't prepare beans. It was only rice,
beans. I thought it's like peanut butter and jelly. You have to have both. Yeah.
Not with chicken. Not with chicken at the beginning. Or over there, it was only chicken, rice, and salsa and tortillas.
Yeah.
That was it.
Also, you had to expand your menu, because we can go over the menu later, because you sell a lot to take out.
Yep.
A lot to take out. You could call it catering, but it's a lot to take out. And people, when they go online to place their order, they want to have a choice.
Yes, exactly. Yes, no, that's our biggest business, part of the business. 70% of our sales are to go. So now we tend to look for smaller locations. Obviously, they're easier to run and more cost effective for us as well. Rent, obviously, because you're paying per square feet, so it's easier on us. Also, the rent for the locations.
And is that the future of dining? Chefs and I talk about this all the time. The days of having 100 seats and turn it over 3 times a day may be gone. It may be that you have to do other things and cater.
Well, you have to cut on dining room staff, service,
Right.
And if you cut on staff, it's like half of your payroll already saved.
Right.
And then you have a lower square footage, and then the money come in the window and go out. Boom.
Exactly.
You can put up more product. You can in a smaller space. And I think it meets the. I look at my own son-in-law and daughter. My daughter, they're in their early 30s. They make money. but their idea of dining is going to Uber Eats, is going...
Well, Uber Eats, DoorDash, all this work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even though he has to give you a percentage back.
Right.
But still, because of the cut of the labor, and you can control your preparation. Because if you sit in your restaurant and wait for the customer to come in, you have no idea
Right.
what's going to happen. It's going to be a good day, a good night. But these online orders really help, especially in your type of cuisine, it's great cuisine, but still casual dining.
Yes, exactly. It's fast casual. You're completely right. And the thing is that, let's say, with the restaurants before, bigger restaurants, that you want to give them a better service and everything. When you need to cut down on labor, how can you give them better service? It's really hard.
Yeah.
Then service starts hurting on your business.
Well, I have to say, I went there yesterday, and there was no server in the day, but the counter service was great. Very attentive, very quick, very asked the right question. So why dealing with a server that just show up for tips when you can have...
Did Chef just say that? Why deal with a server who just shows up for tips? Oh, my goodness. That's the way many of us feel about our servers today.
I really was after my audience. But
I can't believe he said that. Oh, my goodness.
well, that's the truth. You know? But somebody who is really take your order and pack it and communicate with the kitchen, it's a whole closed circle. I think it really works.
Exactly, yes. And that's one of the things that we try to focus a lot. It's in the service, even though it's fast casual, and a lot of times people don't expect much of good service.
It's not fast food.
No, it's not. Or it's...
What's the difference between fast food and fast casual?
Well,
I hear both of those terms all the time. I think I know, but you tell me, you guys, what's the difference?
Well, for me, fast casual, it has a nice menu with variety and more complexity and
probably not pre-made.
Not pre-made, yeah. And you can combine, you can do things. Fast food is just boom, that's it. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
It's an assembly line of pre-made
Especially
stuff.
now, you look on the tablet
kiosk,
and boom, boom, kiosk. You know?
Yep.
So things change, and because still, you still run it like a classic restaurant.
yes, I think so. Yes, you're right.
You have a kitchen crew. They make things to order. I saw the guys at the assembling table.
Somebody's prepping it and everything.
Making the burritos and on the quesadilla, the whole thing.
Yes.
It's great.
Completely right. And a good friend of mine would say that we have gourmet food, just serve fast.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily fast food, because you're right. It's not pre-assembled. It's not nothing that we bring already cooked and then we'll just reheat it here, like it happens with a lot of fast food places. We make everything in-house and we prepare everything.
And is this the place to talk about how he makes it? Because you do something different.
I have exactly. It's part of my pre-response before.
Oh, okay. All right. Before he answers. Right.
I'm going to ask, how do you make your restaurant standing out? Because you have competition.
Yes.
Grilled chicken, restaurant, Mexican.
Up and down the block.
Yes. All types of different level, corporate, or local. So how do you stand out from that?
Okay, so we specialize in grilled chicken, but our specialty is we cook with mesquite charcoal. So we still cook as we did in Mexico, and we still cook how a lot of places cook in Sinaloa and Sonora as well, and it's with mesquite charcoal.
Okay.
So
and that seems like that would be slower, though.
Well, you know what?
I could crank it out faster in an oven.
You can,
of course.
You're a blower.
It's going to take you 25 minutes just to turn on to light up the charcoal.
But once it's on, just we feel it.
Exactly. In our case, we turn it on, we light it up at 8:30 a.m. and we keep it on until 7:30, 8 p.m. So, but that's what makes us different. That's how we try to stand apart, or to have a difference from our competition. We cook with mesquite charcoal. It's slower. It's more, obviously more like a kind of well, it's more manual labor.
You got to pay attention
Yeah.
to it. You got to turn it and move it and stuff.
You got to turn it. You got to be careful of how the heat. And
It's almost like outdoor cooking in the kitchen.
yes, exactly. Yes, and then in our case, now that you say outdoor cooking, the same way we cook it inside the restaurant, we can just pull a grill out on a weekend and then cook outside, or go and cook at a home
There you go.
or at a company.
So you can do
Have you done
catering
that?
and other
Oh,
things
we
like
do that a
Yeah,
lot.
grill you can bring
Oh,
to
yes,
some
yes,
people's
yes.
home.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
like
on
that.
our catering, there's a lot of people that would hire us to come and grill on site.
That's
And we
wonderful.
do for a lot of companies as well, for corporate events. That's one of the things that we push a lot and try to do a lot of catering, and that has helped a lot of our business.
I'm going to add something to what makes your food different and standing out from other Mexican chicken grill. You serve chicken on the bone.
Correct.
And it's amazing. Big difference. First you marinate it. You have a great marinade. I don't. You don't
Thank you.
give us all your secrets, but
No. I know. I would.
He wouldn't anyway. But we'll ask.
the skin is crispy, everything, and so this is why your chicken is standing up from other grill Mexican chicken place.
Correct. I think so. Obviously, I'm in love with my brand, but cooking it with mesquite charcoal, it gives it obviously a distinctive flavor, a little more of on a smoky side. As well, we're able to, because we're cooking all the time, we're able to prepare it on the way that you want it. Maybe you like it more on a juicy side. Maybe you like it more well done. That's something that we can do.
So you can
with
customize
any
a little bit. I can say I
Yes.
want it to this way or that way. It's not just one way. It's not
Exactly.
just the way.
And
I
that's
have to
also
say,
the difference
the-
from fast food. That on fast food you can't really ask for whatever you
No,
want.
I can't go to McDonald's and say I want a rare hamburger or something.
Yes.
And the
Exactly.
skin is crispy.
Yes.
You almost don't need a tortilla. The skin can be used as a tortilla.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Now, do you source this differently, or is it still? Because I'm assuming all this stuff comes frozen or cut up or something here. You're not cutting up the
I
chickens
don't think
yourself.
so. The chicken is fresh.
No, it's fresh and we cut it. So
You
we
do?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. We get our chicken or our wogs. We get them in twice a week to all of our restaurants. We cut them. We put them
Marinate.
in ice, and then inside the walk-in cooler. Then we'll marinate them and then pull them out to cook.
Because Chef was talking about this, that more and more, even fine dining, they're buying portioned. They think that
Yeah.
somehow
Well,
it's all cut and it's all
That's
frozen.
why they don't make money.
Exactly.
And they have to charge more.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so your prices are reasonable because you do everything in house. So
Correct.
it's very important.
Exactly.
And do you find a way to use everything? Do you make stocks out of it? Do you make soups out of it? Do you do other things with the bones?
We do caldo de pollo as well at all of our restaurants, and but you're right, Chef, that labor cuts a lot. We save a lot on obviously on cost because we're the ones cutting or processing our chicken instead of even having it already cut. We've tried that because of workers' comp issues, some accidents before, because
Yeah.
obviously there's knives
You
involved
get
in
cut,
all that.
so it's cheaper. They think it's cheaper just to get it pre-portioned. And
So
you've
no
got-
knife, no Corona.
Right, exactly. But in our case now, we keep processing and cutting our chickens at locations, at each location every week. So
And
that's
I
how
have
we
to
keep.
say, Paul, also, one of my favorite things that stand out to me when I place my order, you can decide if you want just dark meat.
What?
For an extra $1, I think,
Yes.
you can say,
Oh, I've never
all I
seen
want
that.
is dark meat.
Yep.
And because
Exactly.
I'm not too much of a white meat, chicken white meat either. So if I can avoid dark meat, well, that's it.
Exactly. I love dark meat too. So because it's juicier, and in my case, I prefer it.
And dark meat on the bone
Yes.
is even better.
Exactly, and that's one of the things that obviously it's different when you're cooking it when it's bone in. Obviously, it's much.
Yeah.
It's gonna take 50 minutes minimum to cook it instead of maybe 15 minutes when it's boneless chicken.
Yeah.
But
But how do you then get it to be moist? That's my thing. It's like outdoor grilling. It can be cooked on the outside and raw on the inside. Or to get it done to the inside, then it gets so dry on the outside because you cooked it so long to get it to cook all the way through. As opposed to, again, Chef had some people on. There's all sorts of machinery now that'll do this stuff. What's the one I'm thinking of? The air fryers and other sorts of things that will quickly and it'll cut through all this. It'll cut the time and it'll make it more
cooking and sous vide.
Sous vide, yes, exactly. No, in our case, well, we cook with open flame, but when in our case, the difference it's the depth of the grill. How close you have the wood, the charcoal.
You can adjust it too, huh?
No, in our case, we don't adjust it. We only have it at once because that's the only thing we cooked, only chicken.
Okay.
So it's deeper. It's not as shallow as like when you're only cooking steaks.
Okay.
That's one. And then also, in our case, that I was explaining, Chef, yesterday, it's that our charcoal, we needed to be already more on the red and white side, not still black with flames, because if you're cooking it like over the flames, then you're going to burn it on the outside and it's going to be
the
inside.
skin is burnt.
Yes, exactly. So that's really for show and for the commercials and for the pictures, but you can't really cook chicken like that with flames.
No.
If you have flames, you're going to burn it. You're not going to be able to have a good product.
And I took some pictures. If people want to see more of the picture, I took some and post them on Facebook.
Great,
yesterday, so you can see that. And I like your logo. Tell me a little bit about your logo.
Of course. Perfect. So we had a logo that my parents had started in, obviously, in 81. When we started changing everything, all our branding, when we took over in 99, we wanted to give it a fresh look, also make it more like a more receptive also for kids as well.
And something that said it was more than just a mom and pop one-off restaurant here.
Yes, exactly. Yes, we started to do a lot of those changes with our menus, with our logo, the name. I'm sorry, not the name, but the lettering. The chicken with a pitchfork, and he's on like a cowboy suit.
You look like a happy chicken. Huh?
Yeah, he's a happy like the sheriff of the town.
And does he have a name? He or she have a name to this chicken?
Right now, he's only El Pollo Norteño. He's the northern guy, the northern chicken.
Northern guy.
Yeah.
Yes. I think he should be Chef Pascal.
Yeah,
or however you say Pascal in Espanol.
Pascual.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, and when they designed also our logo, the chicken, we wanted to look happy. We wanted to look strong and healthy, but we also wanted to give it kind of a resemblance.
I can take you in Orange County, because we're privileged to have a very diverse community.
Yes,
I can take you to a million little pho restaurants over in Little Saigon. That there's one. Or I can take you to a million little Korean barbecue places that there's one. Or we can go up and down Anaheim and Little Arabia, and I can take you to a falafel places where there's one. I can't take it to many that have taken it to another level, that have a brand that, and because not just because of the economics of doing it or the desire to do it. It's complicated. How do you cook as good in number 2 and number 3 as you do in number 1? How do you have the same quality as you go across?
Do you have a team? When you open a new restaurant, you have a team that's going to go and train the new crew?
Well, what we do, we train the cooks at the current locations, and we take the experienced people to the new ones, and then we have it's like a hybrid. So we have experienced cooks and new ones at both places, at the new location and also at the current locations, because once I did that mistake of starting with new people at a new location, that was maybe at my
first one's great, new one's not so great.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not the same.
And do you have one key chef that really is going to kind of be the director of the other chef?
No, not really. We do have like 5 great cooks that they're the backbone of our company, but there's not only one single one of them. So with them, we transfer their experience and their knowledge to the rest of the team. They usually always stay at their location, the one that they're in charge of. But one of the things that we also do to try to keep it more consistent and also uniform the flavors, there's a lot of preparation that gets done at all of our locations, but we specialize. One location will prepare maybe these 2 salsas, the 2 tomatillos, red and green.
The tomatillo, amazing.
Yes,
the green one is cilantro tomatillo. It's very flavorful, but not too much kick.
Correct.
But
One of them you said has kind of a kick to it here.
There's
Yeah,
other
the
one,
red
like
one.
the pico de gallo one, the
Yeah.
tomato one. Yes, and that gets prepared at another location. Then our pickled carrots are another one. The pickled onions
Yes.
at other locations. So what we do, it's because in my
because you need to do bulk.
In
yes.
bulk,
Yeah.
yeah. right.
yes, exactly.
yeah.
And in my location, in my business right now, for it to work, we can't have a commissary right now. We don't have the size for a commissary. So what we do, we'll specialize in each location to
Oh,
prepare everything
that's good.
for all the company. And
So
then
one place makes the tomatillo sauce or
Yes.
something, or whatever.
And if somebody do around,
twice a week we have a refrigerated trucks. Well, we deliver to all of our
Okay.
locations.
So you have
We
a
pick up
great-
and delivery.
great system.
Yes, for now it's been.
You may
working
want to
great.
do what Chef is saying, though, because we had a culinary dropout in here. Another interesting, they opened
Yeah,
up one up in
yeah.
Orange. And they I forgot how many now, but they got 10, 20 of these things. They got quite a number of them
Yeah.
around the country. And they try and do college towns, like
yeah.
Orange and Chapman College. And it's a hip kind of, it is a full restaurant, but it's kind of fun American cuisine and stuff, a mixture of things. What struck me was, not just when I ate there, but when they came and talked about it, was they have a team
Yeah.
that goes from state to state to open this thing.
Yeah.
And that's all they do is open new restaurants. So they have, so from the word go, they're not just training the staff, they're delivering the service and the product.
Because they have the specifics and the
Yes.
recipes and things like that.
Absolutely.
And then
We had that chef on
And then
here.
they have a system. They can
executive chef,
develop
yeah.
system for each location.
Right.
And any of your staff been there for very long time?
Yes.
20, 30 years, yeah.
Not up to 30 years, but we do have a couple employees that they've been there, one for 18 years, the other one for, I think, 21 years now. We do have a lot of them that they've been for 8 and 10 years working with us. We have great staff.
And how do you do that in what I'm still going to think of as fast or fast casual? I think there'd be fast turnover at that level. Because this maybe isn't their career. This is something they're passing through. Their kids or their...
Well, this is a career.
Yes, exactly. In our case, it's more that we need someone that it's really gonna need this
And when
line of work.
they trust the employer, they want stability. Because
Yeah.
usually they have a family to raise, they live locally, and so you are their life support.
Yes.
No problem.
And they'll bring sometimes, obviously, maybe they'll bring in maybe later their kids to work with
Yeah.
us.
Interesting.
For them, maybe it's not going to be a forever job. I understand that, but
we had before
try.
you here on the Hispanic Chamber show, Charles Antis, who has the big roofing company, and he gives
Yes.
away a lot.
Same thing. Yeah.
Same thing, and he says he has a higher retention rate because he treats these people as family and a
Yeah.
career. This isn't just a job.
Yeah, yeah. And
Exactly, yes.
So they want that stability. I lost my track.
All right, so you got 6 of them now, 8. Is this going to be 800 of them? Is this going to be... And I'll tell you another fascinating... We haven't had them on Chef Show. We had them somewhere else. There's a little chain. It started in Guatemala. I got their logo. They came out on some other show here. And they've now got like hundreds of these things around in Guatemala starting, and then now across the country. They have a couple of them in the U.S. here. So how they grew similarly was kind of a family-owned operation to a kind of handful of them to regional. I don't know what the big leap was, how they started going everywhere. That's got to be, do you have to bring in franchise consultants and hire different people
yeah,
to take it to that level?
You become corporate.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
And then do you buy the land, or are you just renting the stuff? Wing Lamb talks about it. I think they own the land, don't they, on all the ones that they, or they own the stores? I think.
Which one?
Yahoo Fish Taco? They don't just
They
rent.
don't own land. Most of them are rent on lease.
Yes,
But
on
they
the ones
build
on
them.
the shopping centers.
Yeah.
But the idea is hopefully, like in our case, the 2 of our 6 open locations, we own the properties on those 2. They're freestanding. A lot of times we don't have that same option to go in a market and find the...
Because then you can control your rents, you can do all sorts of other stuff, and now you got
Well,
and the land goes up, and you've
well,
got added value on your books and everything here.
That's the owner's job, to make sure we have a great lease.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
And you learn your mistakes when you sign the first lease.
That's the truth.
Always.
Isn't that the truth?
Or after 4 leases,
Yeah,
you're still
4
learning
leases
about your
are-
mistakes. Yes.
You learn how to read between the lines.
Yes.
One thing strike me.
Mm-hmm.
you first opened, or your dad, a Mexican restaurant in the Mexican community. And
Obvious place
what
to
was
start.
he thinking? The people can eat Hispanic cuisine at home. And
Well, he was thinking, and obviously the customer base that you have, because that's something that it's not new to everyone, but at the same time, there wasn't chicken restaurants at that time. There wasn't that many. And Santa Ana, it's been our home, obviously, for 45 years. We have 2 restaurants in Santa Ana. And it's hard to have a Mexican restaurant to strive in Santa Ana, obviously, because everyone knows about good Mexican food in Santa Ana. Everything's authentic in Santa Ana.
Sure.
And they'll prepare their own food at home, obviously. And
my Hispanic son-in-law would tell you that's the same thing. He was raised in Santa Ana. He won't go to most places.
no, because say, I can do that at home.
Or my mom. Nobody can do better than my mom.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you stand out.
Cool,
So your
right.
dad 3 years ago was ahead of the time because he developed a concept. So keep on business. And I have to say, when I was there yesterday, the guests that were there, or take coffee, they were all Hispanic.
Correct.
And it's a good sign. When I go to a
Authentic then, real.
Authentic.
They appreciate it.
Listen,
Yeah.
And so, when I go to an Asian restaurant, how can I look around, say, who's down here? If I see a lot of Asian clientele, say, there must be a good place.
Of course, yes, you're right. You're completely right. Or if you even see the employees eating there, then that's another good sign.
And I thought you were going to go in a different direction when you started the question. I thought you were going to say, how then do you take it to Westminster? To a Vietnamese community?
Yeah, good
That's
point.
something that we talked about yesterday with Chef, and that's what I was telling him that yesterday when we had a few minutes talking, that now we started going and opening, let's say, Lake Forest. Our Lake Forest location does pretty well. It's different demographics, but it's great. A lot of customers, they appreciate a lot that we're there because there's not a lot of authentic Mexican food in the cities, but I think Mexican food has grown a lot everywhere, and there's a lot of people that come fond to Mexican food. I think the Mexican food right now, it's like Italian food was maybe 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That it's growing so
It's a
strong,
good comparison,
so
yeah.
big.
And more authentic.
Yes, and now you see it everywhere in the world. You'll go to a small town, I don't know, in Italy and in Spain, in Portugal, and you'll see places that prepare burritos or tacos as well.
That's
Because
true.
you start seeing Mexican food, and now people
Even
recognize.
even a supermarket in France, I've seen some
Really?
Oh,
some
yeah.
tortillas.
Yes, you're
some
completely right.
salsa.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a really good friend that he imports salsa, and he lives in France. He has an importing company. He sells salsa and tortillas and tostadas.
So I think
in
you
France.
should license one of these to Chef Pascal, and he should take it to his little village in Normandy.
I'm good with that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
As a fact, when I go and visit Normandy, I'll try to get things there and prepare some chicken there and send you some pictures and videos.
Sure.
That we can do it in Normandy
And
too.
then you can have local farm chicken. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I was going to say, then does it require local ingredients? Because that's been what's limited In and Out. They feel they have to have control over the product, so they have to warehouse it and they ship it every day or every other day or something to their stores. They don't just take local produce and try and adapt
Well,
it.
yeah, In and Out's a different philosophy. In and Out, it's been done one way, like this, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And
They literally have
that's
the
it.
same book where they
That's
drew up
it,
the original
they
recipe.
just
Yeah.
Stick to the book.
Exactly. It's a different animal, and it's a nice animal they have. But you're right. In their case, there's not much flexibility.
Right. So they struggle to
talking
grow.
about flexibility, all right, tell us also, besides chicken, what's the other people's favorite here?
You mean there's something at El Pollo Nortena other than pollo?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, we sell a lot of carne asada, carnitas. We do al pastor and birria. So we have 5 proteins: chicken, asada, pastor, carnitas, and birria. And from those 5 proteins, we'll prepare you a bowl like the ones that I brought. a plate.
Hold up one of them. What do we got? We got two choices. You can get it like in a bowl, which I always picture as more like Asian food or something, or
Right.
or
Bowl-
poke or
Bowl
something.
is very popular right now.
Exactly.
Real popular right now.
Yes, it's
It's the protein
easy
on
to-
top of something like rice or
So
something.
this is a chicken breast, huh?
Yes, exactly. It's a chicken breast over a bit of rice, charro beans, and then
Tilt it up
pico
towards
de
the camera
gallo.
so they can see it here. Yeah.
What I like is your grilled jalapenos.
Oh, they're great. The grilled
Oh,
jalapenos.
man,
Yes,
that's so good.
they're great.
Or
I
the
think-
traditional, which I think of as a box. Open that up, so you've got real chicken on bone in there.
On this one we have.
And I would picture that's what I would picture a takeout if I go to a Mexican restaurant. There's probably beans in there and
Look at that.
tortillas and everything here. And underneath you got a real
It
chicken.
has the chicken.
We can take it
I
out.
think you got to lift it up and hold it up because we don't have a camera looking down. Yeah. See if we can tilt that a little bit.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a meal, folks.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
looking good. That's not just a plop of chicken and some beans there.
Oh no, exactly. That's a meal. So we'll prepare with those proteins. We'll prepare a bowl or a plate or the tacos, burritos, quesadillas, and nachos. So all those plates or different kind of options, we prepare them with 5 proteins.
And your rice is really good too.
Thank you. We make our own rice, and that's one of the things as well that we'll prepare at one of the locations. The base for the rice gets prepared in one location for all the restaurants,
Yeah, the
and we'll
spices.
prepare the rice and the beans. We'll boil them at each location. It's nothing that we'll get them prepared and then just reheat them. No.
Why is it I go to so many Mexican restaurants, even nice ones, and the rice is like rock?
Yeah.
It's dried, it's stale, it's old, it's been sitting in a bucket or whatever, a bowl
Yeah.
forever. And when they bring it out, it's like crack your tooth on it or something.
Not this. It's not sticky.
It's
Dry.
fluffy. It's
perfectly
not
cooked.
sticky. It's nice.
Yeah,
Yes, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad you noticed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, he's into this stuff. Now, when did protein? That's the first time I've heard anybody describe Mexican food as different proteins, meaning different animals here, right?
Right.
Usually they say it's chicken, it's beef, it's whatever. That's the big buzzword. If you go over here to your friends over here that have Urban Ranch
Yeah,
over near here,
yeah.
they have a protein
Yeah.
station, and you pick your protein and then you put it on
Your side.
your sides or rice or something, or all these pokey restaurants. Again, you pick the protein, then you put it
Yeah,
on the rice
yeah,
or the
yeah,
bowl
yeah.
or something. When did that become the big? We never did that as a kid. Nobody used to pick your protein.
Well, because people start to learn how to balance their weekly eating. So, and like we say in our culture, you got to have seafood or fish once a week. I mean, we've been raised like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
right. I did because I was Catholic, so
Yeah,
we had to
no,
have it.
yeah,
Once we
exactly.
had to have seafood.
And then, on Sunday you have chicken, on one day so you change protein through the week. And
But I never heard it called protein, and I've never heard a Mexican restaurant tour come in and say, I've got different proteins.
No, I think this started maybe about 10 years ago.
Before
People
you-
started
yeah.
noticing, or not noticing, but like learning more and being careful of what they eat and how much
to
they
balance
need
it
in
and
protein
try-
now in their diet, because before
also,
they didn't really.
your
eat
clientele
it.
get more educated because before nobody knew what al pastor was.
Yes,
you know?
exactly. You're
And
right.
I think asada was grilled beef, but birria, this is new.
Let's talk about that one, because birria is
Birria.
one I don't think I've ever even tried. The idea of eating a goat somehow makes me like some people are about octopus. I don't know if I
Yeah,
could.
but it's a perfect meat to stew, slow cooking.
Is
Right.
it? Okay. And people say that it can get real gamey or chewy or
My dad
stringy.
used to raise goat,
Uh-huh.
and
And he'd slaughter them and
Yeah.
you'd eat them?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So birria, you can make it the original, right? I think it's made with goat. And then you can
Get
do
you a
it
little
with,
closer to
with,
the mic.
with-
I know you're trying
You
to
can do
turn.
it with beef as well. In our case, we
Yeah.
prepare with beef,
Yeah.
and because of to have it available at any time.
goat
and all
is
the
very
rest.
short. to
Goat
find.
is really strong, and then also
Also
if
not
you don't
easy
take
to
care of
get.
the temperature, if it gets a little
Yeah.
like on your taco, if it gets a little cold after 5 minutes, then you start feeling the fat.
No, also there is not much goat farm.
Yes.
So
No,
Yes.
who's raising goats around here to
Yeah.
eat?
And it's
Yeah.
really expensive, and it's too
Yeah.
expensive as well, the goat. So in our case, we use beef, and there's a lot of birria places that have turned into
So are
preparing it with
Americans starting to understand, or even people who were raised, who were from another country but lived here, is that becoming more popular? Are they trying it? Are they beginning? Because I would never. You don't go to. My daughter dies. My daughter's from Mexico. I raised her. We adopted her from an orphanage, and she's always railing on me. Dad, the stuff you eat isn't even Mexican food. It's Taco Bell. So who told you this is Mexican food?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You mean you never have any cabeza?
Yes. And she's always trying to tell me this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know. But, we adopted her when she was like 10, so she grew up in Michoacan. And to her, she's horrified when she came here that what I think of as Mexican food is, fake food. It's like pizza is to Italians or something. This isn't Italian food.
Yeah. But once you try this, then you say, oh.
Well, I hope we're going to do that soon here.
But I think there's a lot of people that now they're learning about, obviously, carnitas since before, but with birria it has grown a lot.
Carne asada, all my friends have kind of made that leap.
Everyone knows about carnitas.
It's one of the French heritage for the Mexican
French heritage? Oh, come on. You're always trying to make everything sound French here.
It shows the culture. It changed the way to cook it. Yep. It's a slow cooking, so it keeps the meat very tender.
That is the key to carne asada, slow cooking.
And cooking is in own fat, in its own juice.
Exactly. It's cooked with lard. And a lot of places I know that they don't want, they'll say that they'll boil it in water, but that's not carnitas. No. Really, it has to be cooked
water is dry.
Yes, exactly. And the flavor that it brings, everything that you can get from.
Is there a similarity between? I mean, they're next to each other, France and Spain, but I think of them as not just different languages, but totally different cultures. Even though they're both European, they're both next to each other. They've fought a million wars. They fought beside each other a million times. Their border is there. A similarity to Mexican food and French food? I guess I never thought about that.
I would say yes. Southern France, especially around the Basque country, very similar to Mexican cuisine.
Chef is a part Basque, or mostly Basque here.
And northern, actually Spanish cuisine, original Spanish cuisine. Look at the rice. You make great paella in Spain.
That's true,
You make great rice in Mexico.
Yes, the rice. I think you're right. Now that you're saying, I think that the carnitas we were learning from the French cuisine.
Chorizo in Spain. Chorizo in
when I
Mexico.
picture French food, like you made it Pascal's for 100 years, I picture lots of sauces, and I picture it to be and to be savory and sweet. So you have a lot of pastries and stuff like that. I don't picture it to be hot. Is French food hot? Why is Spanish food, which is turned into Mexican food, or did that change when it came here to the New World?
You mean hot spicy?
Yeah.
No, the French.
Right, spicy. Yeah.
Like moderation spice, very moderate. But I
don't think a hot sauce in French food. Yeah.
Well, we have some special peppers like espelette or some type of paprika or cayenne, because we brought that in from original outside of France
a colony.
colonies.
Right.
But
or did Spanish food evolve when it came to the New World and turned into Mexican food and South American food? Did it change and pick up local peppers and flavors here? I wonder. I don't know the history of the cuisine.
I think the salsas are really pretty much the same here than in Mexico.
But what about Spain? If I went to Spain, do they have salsas and all that stuff here?
No, it's mostly olive oil.
Exactly.
And, a little bit of grilled peppers, tomatillo.
So this is really Mexican food, not Spanish. It's Spanish
totally.
stuff.
But using the chilies and all that, I think it grew up much more when it came to America.
Right.
Yeah. But especially the red salsa, it's a little bit Spanish. We do sofritos. We do a grill. We shred tomato on the season. We just shred it like in a cheese grater.
Yeah. So Chef Pascal has always told me that for fine dining, you study French first. French is the basis, or has become the modern basis for most fine dining. And he has people in here who are Vietnamese or other things. He said, "Oh yeah, I may make Asian food, but the sauces and the basic approach to."
So the salsa, for me, in relationship with Mexican cuisine, for me, it's like a dressing.
Right.
It gives you extra seasoning, your extra spice, And
You usually put it on top of everything.
And you put it on top, that's true. That's
so
true.
instead of using olive oil, we use a salsa.
Interesting.
And that's what I did.
I never thought of it as a
yesterday.
dressing. Yeah.
You grab a piece of tortilla. Tortilla is not made to fill up and eat like this. Tortilla is a scoop.
Dip
You
and scoop.
You
and-
break a piece,
right.
and then you grab a piece of chicken, and you put a little salsa on top, and some beans, maybe. Boom.
Well, can I make a suggestion? Let's do that right now.
Okay.
Which one am I going to try? Which one do you want to try, Chef? Which one do you want to taste?
I want to try some other grilled chicken.
All right, I'll pass the bowl over here. Then I'll taste the bowl.
Yeah.
The bowl is kind of. I'm a middle class American here. That's my kind of food. And I do like spicy, so I'll take whatever's the. Really,
Try the jalapeno.
There's the grilled jalapeno, bro. I'll give you some of the.
I'll go with that. I've learned to. When I first came to California, ketchup was spicy. I couldn't have anything, and now I can't get enough of it. All right, so I'm doing what? This is just chicken. This is northern chicken that's been grilled on a mesquite.
Exactly.
And you've got some kind of a traditional kind of what do I call this? A salsa with
the pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo, right?
Pico de gallo, the charro beans. That it's whole beans with chorizo,
And
beef,
then put
chorizo,
lime on it
vegetables.
here because I like lime.
Yep.
And then and this has been. Why has it kind of got a yellow color to it?
Because of the marinade, exactly. Because of the marinade, and
Well, first thing, the rice is really good. It's got a lot of onion and other stuff in. Or is that the pico de gallo? I'm hitting some of that in.
no, but it has some onions and a lot of garlic as
So
well.
for me, this is a fork.
That's a fork for you.
There's a fork and a
exactly.
spoon,
Yeah,
never
yeah.
thing.
Yes,
And
Now,
that's
this
that's
is
the eating tool.
amazingly moist for something that was cooked over flame.
look at that.
I wouldn't think it would be that moist. How do you keep it that moist? Because flame means dry. At least in my barbecue world, everything I've ever had on a flame is dry.
So the distance between the heat and the chicken, and
Wow.
obviously trying not to go over those 45, 50 minutes. That's gonna give it that, and it's because we're cooking it as a whole chicken with bone in. So that had bone. And,
Keep it moist.
And we
Keep it moist. Why? Because
Yes.
it has a little more space in
Yeah,
there.
so it's crispy outside and moist inside.
Exactly. So the skin and the bone, it's gonna keep the inside more
Now, yours
moist.
looks different to me. Is yours the same chicken, or just in a different approach? Or
No,
is it-
this is brother.
It's and this one it's the same. So what we did with
what's that any different? Yeah.
so we got one of those chicken,
Slap
one of
him
those
once in a while
breasts,
when you say
and that's
stuff
how
like
we shred it, and that's how we created your bowl. So it's made with the same whole chickens that we cook over the
I have
chicken.
never seen chicken that looks yellow. Has a yellow. You're saying it's the marinade you put on it. So what? Can we tell any of that? Is it
When you do, you
sauce, or-
have to clap in your hands and get scared.
And it gets chicken. All right. The chicken gets chicken. No, we're not going to get. So this is something you've marinated. So it's more than just chicken that you pulled out of the freezer and plopped on a grill. You marinate it
Oh
for
yes,
some time.
exactly. We
I have a
marinated it
little
for some
idea
time.
of the spice, but I'm not going to.
Do you think you know what it is? Can you tell when you taste other chefs? Because you say,
Yes.
I kind of guess, or sometimes you're surprised, and I wonder what that is.
Yeah, you can.
Sometimes there could be something that you know that it's something different. Maybe you
Remember.
can't exactly. Yeah, you'll remember, and then but citrics. A lot of we use citric juice. We use.
I love that because I love. First thing I do is put lime and squeeze lime on it. I love the little citrus flavor, the little zing to it. Yeah.
Exactly. Garlic. A lot of garlic. Our base is a lot of our food base is garlic.
There's Hispanic, Mexican, Hispanic. Put citrus on it or not?
Not well. You know what? No, not to
No,
everything.
huh?
No. And my mom was telling me that when they got this recipe, when they learned about it and all that, that she didn't know at that time, but she learned a few years ago that this seems to be like a Cuban recipe. Now I haven't tried grilled chicken.
Cuban, so
like
here you go.
Cuban, but maybe
the
it could
relationship
be.
between Cuba and Spain, between Mexico and Spain.
Yes, exactly.
I like
Correct.
it.
Yep. I think that's
That pepper's got a kick to it. Ooh, that green pepper
that jalapeno.
with
Yeah,
the seeds
jalapeno.
in it. With the seeds in it, and everything.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, I will tell you this. I would not. This is better than I thought it was going to be. And why? Because I thought, okay, fast or fast casual. It's a little mom and pop stand. It'll probably be good, I think. But it won't. A lot of authentic stuff to me isn't that flavorful. It's okay. For example, Vietnamese food. I have friends that take me to these pho restaurants. And they say, can't you taste it? It's just kind of like chicken soup a little bit, you know. But they appreciate the subtle. Many French foods. Oh my goodness, they do this reduction sauce over and over a million times, and at the end, it's so subtle I can't taste it. You have to develop a flavor.
Okay, I have a chicken story for you.
Okay, please.
Of the clock there.
My point being, this has much more flavor
You go
to
to
it. There's a lot of stuff.
A fast food place,
Right.
and you ask for chicken nuggets.
Yeah, whatever that is, but
Yeah.
I get it.
And suddenly they have another type of nugget, a creamy chicken nugget. So you have a choice.
Yes.
Okay.
So you ask the machine when you place your order,
You ask the
what's the
machine.
difference? The machine won't answer. So you go to the pickup place and you ask the server, the drive-through, what's the difference between the creamy chicken and the chicken nuggets? Or the creamy chicken tastes like chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
We put some cream chicken on it here. No, this has much more. Somehow I think authentic foods, maybe I'm overthinking this, but they don't have as much bold flavor, as many strong flavors. At least maybe that's what everybody does, but
We try to show a lot of
So it's
our
a lot of
flavors.
flavor.
Yes, and then also one of the things that we do as well I try as well to let our customers know is that this is real kitchen, this is real food. That's why a lot of times when someone says, "Oh, that maybe it was too overcooked or too this," it's because you can choose however you want it, one of the things. But the other thing is that even though when you're cooking on the grill with mesquite charcoal, it's never going to be the same and uniform in the whole grill.
No.
Because we're cooking over 10-foot grills, 10 by 4.
so each time I come in, it might taste a little different slightly.
Maybe yes, it could. Just a little. And then even rice, same recipe, same everything. When you're doing everything there, when you have the recipe and you're preparing something, when it's real, not necessarily always going to turn out exactly the same.
Interesting. I like that idea.
Yes.
Which is the opposite of what you got to give the devil his due, the McDonald's of the world. It's exactly the same everywhere in the world.
boom.
Boom, boom, boom. You can have it in France or here.
A printing company.
A printing
Yes.
press, yeah.
Exactly. And I get it because a lot of times customers expect to have the same exact experience they had before or in 1,000 miles and then have it here. I understand that, but we got to be
But that's
realistic.
what makes you more homey.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
grandpa.
You know, I think I figured out why one of the things I'm tasting here that I don't taste in others, because your emphasis on fresh and cooking it yourself and cutting it yourself and everything here. This is like a chicken I would get at
Oh, yes.
Oh.
at a fancier restaurant.
So I would say
Does that make sense? Right.
you're becoming a mini chain right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to keep on expanding. But still, we can think that's a mom and pop restaurant.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's what we try, and we want to communicate that with our food truck customers. Also, when you lived in Mexico and you grew up there eating this, a lot of times you don't find it here. So we want you to have that same experience.
You
or
can call
those
back
flavors.
to the store every 5 minutes. They're like, hey, we got another one, and we got another one.
Yes. So we want them to, when they come and visit a restaurant, that they can remember with the smell, because even coming into a restaurant, you smell.
Oh, you smell.
You smell the smoke, or you smell the chicken. It smells, and we want it to smell like that. I understand some places they'll want to make sure that there's no food maybe smell in the restaurant, but in our case, that's one of the things we want to make sure that when you come in, how we treat you, the ingredients that you're
you
eating.
smell it, but it doesn't smell strong enough so you carry it on your
Oh yeah,
clothes,
exactly.
you know?
Yes, correct.
Now, I was trying this just without the sauce. That sauce does have a kick to it, but
Oh.
that is very flavorful. What is this sauce?
The tomatillo one, I gave you the red tomatillo. That's
Very flavorful, but yeah, it's got a kick to it.
Where the red chili come from?
It's the chile de árbol, dry chile de árbol. I don't know
that's
why they
good.
call it the árbol, like from the tree, but that's the name of the chile de árbol.
What's that? Red wool?
The árbol, the dry chile de árbol, it's a really thin red chili, like the Japanese or that one. And then we will grill it over the flat grill.
Wow.
And then after it's grilled, then we'll blend it with the tomatillos and the garlic.
So when are you bringing it to the rest of Orange County? When's it coming to Irvine? When's it coming to
The rest of Orange County.
The rest of Orange County, not just these culinary.
Somebody is going to
hotspots
get
here.
the message today.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the idea, it's hopefully we're always looking like for second generation restaurants to take over. If it's something that it's for sale and we're able to go in, we'll try to purchase the property
take over.
and take over. A lot of times it's not an option because maybe they're in a strip mall or in a mall. Then we'll obviously take over their lease.
And
also,
So we still have to open in Orange.
how about
and also
AQMD?
here
Do you have
in
trouble with
Irvine.
anything open flames these days? You got the air quality.
exactly. That's
a problem.
Some city will not let you an open flame in the kitchen.
Exactly. So you know what? That's a political thing because if you pay for the permit, then you're okay burning whatever you're burning.
Right.
Yeah,
So
But I know that because
we have the permits for
But not
AQMD, but if we pay for the permit, then we're okay to cook with open
Yeah,
flames.
yeah,
So
yeah.
then realistically,
And the health
what are you
department
really
usually freaks out if
taking
you
care
try and
of?
take it out of the kitchen and cook it in the back, even though they do sometimes places.
Just turn off the fire when you have an inspection.
Yes. No, but that's one of the things that has been harder right now. Like in these two new locations, with these two new locations, they have changed some of the
Rules.
the rules exactly from the county and the state now with cooking with open flame. But requirements are it's heavier, the CFMs that you're putting in.
Well, even my fine dining restaurant, I was lucky enough to be still able, because I was a father granted, an open flame grill.
Nice.
So I grill my New York steak on it. Wow,
Awesome.
unbelievable.
Yes.
The dripping, the kind of real smoke,
Exactly.
it make a big difference.
It does.
But that's hard to get approved today. They don't want you to do that
No,
anymore.
no.
Correct. It's much harder. So that's why.
But if
and-
it's grandfather from an existing kitchen. So.
Yep. So if it's an existing kitchen, then we do have to make some changes because obviously it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
It wasn't made for
Fire,
that. Exactly. The fire suppression system, also the
You have to
the
get
exhaust.
the exhaust capture. You have to have all these scrubbers and
But
everything on
it's
the
so
roof. so you don't
sad
kick-
because you're not even allowed to have a restaurant with an outdoor kitchen.
No,
No, that's sad.
I remember because I had
Exactly.
I had a much lesser than you guys did. It was a sports bar, but it was a big one. Kelly McHugh's was there for 10 years in Mission Viejo. And every so often we'd have like St. Patrick's Day. So we'd go out into the parking lot, put tents all over the place where you get special permits. And cooking the food, even the simple stuff we cooked,
Yeah.
hamburgers or whatever, outside on a grill
Oh, yeah.
was a nightmare.
Yes, exactly. And it's a lot
I
of
could do it
regulation.
at the house next door. I could
Yeah,
do it at the housing tract right next door. No problem. But the cooking outside, they worry about flies. They worry about exhaust. They worry about a million things here.
And that's the thing that when it's something informal and when you want to formalize it and when you're opening your own restaurant, it's so hard. And right now it's even more expensive than before. Now what they're doing, it's creating like a big gap.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
can't really open your own restaurant because it's so expensive and so hard. And that but then now they're allowing you to cook at your home.
Yeah.
And then there's new programs where you can cook at your home, and they say you can sell maybe maximum 50 plates per day.
Yes.
But really, who's
he had
really
somebody
taking
in
care
doing
of
that? You had somebody in that
Yeah.
does that. Cooks out of their house and
I help getting a special permit, you know.
Exactly. Yes, after getting a special permit, and I understand that. But now it's this big gap.
Yeah.
Now it's hard, and it's making maybe only the big guys keep expanding,
But
and
still
then the
there's
small
limit.
guys make it even harder to
Still
grow.
limitation. You cannot cook dairy. You cannot, they're very limited.
Yes.
And, so tell us, how do we get to you? What's the best way to know all the information?
Please,
on all
this is
your
a find. I'm going to go find this here.
Perfect, great. So go to El Pollo Norteño, Google El Pollo Norteño, you'll see our webpage. You'll find us on Instagram, on Facebook
Norteño,
as well.
can you say Norteño?
Yes, Norteño, exactly. Yeah, the
And I
N
got to
is
spell
going to
that
be
for
hard to
the
spell it.
non-Espanol, so it's like northern, Norteno.
Exactly, Norteño.
Norteño.
El Pollo Norteño. Altogether, and you'll find us in YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You'll
And
see
rattle
our
off quickly
videos.
the 6 that you have. What cities are you? You got a couple in Santa Ana.
So 2 Santa Ana, Anaheim, Garden Grove, Lake Forest, and Corona. And
soon
Corona.
Costa
See,
Mesa.
now that's more
Exactly.
than now you get into suburbia. That's Middle America suburbia. Corona kind of.
Correct.
And Lake Forest to an extent. Yeah.
Yes, that's that one. We opened it 2 years ago, and that's on right off Freeway 91, right before the 15. So we try to we have a lot of customers. So because we've been 45 years, we had a lot of customers in the past that they lived here and they moved out to Riverside,
Right.
Corona, Paris, all here. So we would have a lot of customers coming on the weekends because they used to eat and buy from us that they live far away, so we try to get
Okay.
closer. We have a lot of good customer base as well over there in Corona, and here are the 2 new ones. So it's going to be Westminster and Costa Mesa, and hopefully we're always open to opportunities. So,
Costa Mesa is such a fun.
Oh, yes.
The district. I mean,
Diversity.
Yeah, there's lots of fun things
Yeah,
around
yeah,
Costa Mesa and lots of cool
Sure,
concepts
sure,
and stuff here.
And it's not just a shopping center.
No,
It's
no.
more than that.
It really
Right.
is. That's a culinary place to
yeah,
be here.
yeah.
Yes,
And
completely
so,
right.
should we shout out to your wife also?
Yes,
Yes, please.
To Karina, she's my boss.
Yeah.
We both own the company. We have three kids. Our daughter Karina.
Any of the kids going to take over, you think?
I hope so, but you know what? It's a tough business. We don't know. All three.
Don't tell them that. They will learn.
Oh, well, you know what? So Karina, our daughter, and then Alfonso, our son, we try to make it easy. We name him after us, right?
Yeah.
So Karina and Alfonso, and then Alvaro, our youngest, all three have graduated from college, so they do their own stuff. She's an accountant. She's really intelligent. She does great. And then Alfonso, he's in marketing and data analytics. And then
Good.
Alvaro, he's an engineer. They all work at our restaurants all the time since they could help us.
And they're all
the way
going to bring
to high school.
skills that your parents didn't have when
It
they
sounds
opened
Exactly.
this up.
Your
Right?
kids sound like a corporate team. I mean,
Yes.
They do,
They
right.
can really build up your company.
They could do a great team, and then
One
hopefully
can build
we
them,
can-
one can market them, and one can
Yeah.
make sure they make money here.
Yeah.
Yes, completely right. So hopefully they'll team up and
But
they'll take over.
You're already a good businessman. You have a vision. You stick to it, and you.
What would your
Yeah,
dad say
a lot
today
of
if he could
quality.
if he could
I
see? What do
appreciate
you think your dad would say today? Because for him, this was a big step to come up, and it sounds like he came from Mexico.
Yes,
and opened a
exactly.
place here, probably didn't have a lot of money, and this is about as far as he could dream. You've taken it much bigger, and the next generation may take it even bigger. What would he say? You think I'm sure he'd be proud, but would he be amazed? Would he be?
I think he would be proud of what we've done, and also what the possibilities and to see the big sets. It has a lot of future.
Yeah.
It has a lot of future. There's a lot of different arms and different ways that this can grow and do.
Well, Chef, one of the reasons I met you on the Hispanic show, and you joined the chamber, and I said to Chef, maybe this isn't your cup of tea. Maybe you like fine dining and upper end.
It's a restaurant success story.
And that's what he said. And he said, truthfully, this is the future. This is where the growth is in the
Yeah.
restaurant industry.
Yeah.
This is where the young chefs are going to be creating concepts. Maybe it's even smaller, food trucks and other things and stuff. But this small thing, very ethnic, real fresh,
Yeah.
real familiar. That's the future.
It may be look like a chain, but it's a family operation.
Right.
Exactly, and you said a lot of times. I think the word is real. Because
Real.
It's real.
That's
It's
it.
not always perfect,
Oh,
but it's
talking about
real.
real, I know we're running out of time, but do you go back to Mexico sometime?
Oh, to keep
Yes.
it real? Do you ever go back? And
Do you think sometime when you see something, oh, maybe I'm going to put that on the menu or change this on that?
Yes. And there's something that we've been trying right now, and then maybe we're going to be doing something new that we're going to start cooking over the grill to prepare the al pastor. And now over the grill,
really?
And that and some other 2 ideas that we're still working on and see if we bring up, like the bowls. It's not something that we brought from Mexico, but it's something that was growing really popular here in California and maybe in the United
bowls,
States.
right.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you don't do the al pastor from the
No.
cut.
Exactly. So now it is to start doing it over the grill.
Almost like a burger.
Yes.
I hope you'll come back in a year and tell us you've got 20 more opened and where this is going to another level.
Maybe, I'm a chef. If I go in your kitchen, so, can I make an al pastor slider?
Oh, yeah,
slider,
exactly.
yeah. There you go.
I would love to have you at a restaurant.
Crema de queso.
Well, we
Yeah,
had somebody who now has a real upscale mezcal brand, One of Us,
Oh, nice.
and they were in here, and he was talking about going back to Mexico, to that part of Mexico, which name escapes me, where all the mezcal and tequila and stuff come from. Where's it?
Jalisco?
Jalisco. There you
Jalisco,
go.
yep.
And so he said there, and he said, what's interesting to him is it's not just carrying on traditions. That's what he thought. People are experimenting. The new generations, even in the small towns, even in the other places, are experimenting. And he said you go to places, bigger cities, Mexico City and stuff here, really cutting it. So the cuisine is not just stuck in time. Chef Pascal said, unfortunately, a little bit, sometimes he goes back to France and he feels like it's just museum cooking. They're trying to just keep it the same way it always was.
Yeah.
No, over here in Mexico, you're right, it's evolving a lot.
my foundation.
And there's a lot of new things that they're coming up. Really nice.
Yes.
Really nice things and great flavors. And they're doing a lot of fusions.
Fusions. That's a
And
big
I think
trend
they love
everywhere.
This is nice. I've never seen it.
This is new.
He's become a brand ambassador
I'm the
for
brand
this.
ambassador
He gets
for
so
that.
excited.
And with your cuisine, I don't think you have our liquor.
Beer and wine.
Beer and wine.
Only,
Maybe
yes.
one
But
day.
I can try this at home with no problem.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this is a very spectacular. Again, mezcal that used
It's
to
a
be the cheap
gorgeous bottle.
stuff is now seen as a super ultra premium product here. And
Correct.
part of it is because they do the way they cook it and the way slow cook it and do all the things that traditionally made it so smoky and different flavor. And you've got a smoky food. This is a
Exactly.
smoky product.
Yes.
Well, if you want to try a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Now we're going to sit here all afternoon here. You get him a bottle. That's my only one I have here. You
I'll
can get a
spill it
bottle.
right
But
now.
yeah, let him try it. Let's taste it. It's quite something. Quite something here.
Just pull. There you go.
He's going to pour. He's going to pour
Oh,
it
man.
into. Here, you got to pour it into something
Yeah, that
nice.
little smokiness.
Yes.
Oh, you have a little shot. There you go.
Whatever they call those things. That's the authentic way to drink it.
it.
That's true.
We'll get his impression of it. I was blown away, but I don't know much about mezcal.
No, it's great. The flavor is awesome.
Amazing.
The flavor is awesome.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
smokiness as well. Obviously, mezcal, that's how it's supposed to be, but it's a really good.
And there's something about the plant they use and some
And
other things
check
here.
it
It's a
out
lot more
because
fun.
actually the
me take a
founder is a movie producer.
nice.
He's Mexican heritage,
Yeah.
and movie industry slowed down, and he came up with this vision to try to bring back his childhood memories of this, but in a really upscale fashion with the bottle and everything else. And
Maybe
so-
you two should meet.
yeah, he makes a music video. He's won Grammys and stuff for
Oh,
his
nice.
music
Yeah.
videos and stuff here.
It's a gorgeous bottle. So you're ambassador. Nice.
Now he picked up the brand. Now he's ambassador here. So maybe
I'm
he'll
also
be an ambassador
for Mexican steelhead, salmon steelhead farm.
Oh, that's another one he's doing.
From Baja.
He's got a friend that's
Oh, yeah?
now growing
Yeah.
steelhead trout salmon
yeah.
in Baja,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
he takes it
yes.
around and cooks it
Yeah.
as acting as ambassador
If you
for
want
him.
to put salmon on your menu, let me know.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Mexican salmon.
That would be great. Once I had Wing, so I know Wing also from Wahoo.
Yeah.
So once he came, we met at my restaurant, and he brought some fish, and we cooked it over our
wonderful.
grills.
Good.
Well, he's
The
big friends with
flavor
Wing and
was
Wing's
great.
brother Ed Lee. Yeah, he's
Nice.
big friends with him.
Nice. I don't know. I haven't had the pleasure to meet Ed, but hopefully I'll meet him one day. But we cooked some of his fish at
We gotta get
on our
Ed.
grill.
Good.
It had great
Oh,
flavor.
yeah.
It was awesome.
You know, they're original by taco, fish
Yes.
taco. It's really, really good.
Oh yes, it is. They have
Well,
really good.
I got to cut you guys off because you're going for hours here. Thanks so much. What's the name of the brand again, and how do we find you?
El Pollo Norteño. You can also call 1-866 Mi Pollo.
Mi pollo.
Yeah.
Mi pollo. Okay, that makes
Exactly.
sense. M-I pollo? Like
Exactly. In
M-I
Spanish,
pollo.
like in Spanish, M.I. Pollo.
Mi pollo.
1866.
All right.
Mi pollo.
Thanks for joining us
Thank
here
you very
today
much.
as we examine what's cooking here in Orange County with the man who knows, Chef Pascal.
Let's go.
Right here in Orange County's only community radio station, OCTalkRadio, streaming live from our studios here at the University of California, Irvine's Beale Applied Innovation Center.